Hello, we are here again to talk on marine and freshwater microbiology. In our routine classes, as we have discussed, the water reservoirs on their globe, importance of water, and the in future dilemma which is going to be regarding the water and usage of water on this globe. Actually, the freshwater content on this globe is going to be shrink day by day due to increasing population as well as it is usage and due to other anthropogenic activities. The fresh and potable or drinkable water content on this globe is very less, and that is going to be more reduced. Now, the people have to depend on other resources of this water. As we know that water, the major content of water is present in ocean, which is not usable, which is not drinkable, due to high it is salt concentration. Before going to online classes that we were talking how water contaminates on this globe, we have talked in detail how fresh water is going to be polluted, which type of anthropogenic activities are responsible for the contamination of the surface water. And in second step, we have discussed in detail how groundwater is going to be contaminated because groundwater was the next major source for the potable water, fresh water, that is going to be contaminated. And in thirdly, we have to discuss about the ocean pollution. And we know very well, and we have studied it in detail that whatsoever chemicals, compounds, minerals, salts, organic materials, inorganic materials are present on terrestrial environment, those are going into soil, into ocean through surface runoff, through rivers, through streams, and through other resources. So some other things also we have to discuss which are responsible to pollute the ocean water. Let let we have to talk about it here. So we are talking on ocean pollution. So how ocean pollutes effects of oil on ocean life? We have to discuss this thing. Crude oil and refined oil is going to oceans through surface runoff, through transportation of oil tankers from one place to another place, and thirdly, digging of oil wells and uh, both in oceans for extraction of oil. Sometimes any physical damage can cause the oil contamination into oceans. Number two, tanker accidents and blowouts. These things are also responsible for the contamination of the oceans. Tankers which are carrying huge amount of crude or refined petroleum from one place to another place. In any condition, in any situation, if there will be any accident, this oil is going to spill in ocean, as well as the bores which has been digged for the exploration of oils. If the pipe will be damaged from any place, that leads the huge spill of oil into the ocean and causes contamination and damages the whole life, a whole marine life which is existing out there. Exxon words, the marine cruises which are working for the ice exploration in oceans, any damage in those cruises or that system can lead to the ocean water, marine water contamination. Volatile hydrocarbons kill larvae. Whatsoever life is present in oceans, especially in oceanic Pacific zone, or as well as in continental shelf, which is considered more rich and most richest zone of ocean in terms of life, contains various forms of life and volatile compounds which are coming from the oil. They can kill all life over there. Tar-like globes coat birds and marine mammals and birds which are living in oceans if charcoal material or tar-like material which is coming on the surface when birds and animals are going over there from the ocean or in ocean, uh, they will be stuck over there, they will be unable to float and dying over there. Oil destroys insulation and buoyancy. Heavy oil sinks and kills bottom organisms. Oil also sinks into the bottom and kills organisms. And huge creatures which are living in ocean bottom will be died, are going to be died due to these oil sinks. Coral reefs also will die, are dying due to the pollution of oil in ocean, and there is slow recovery of the ocean after contamination. If there is any accident will happen in ocean and oil will spill in ocean, the recovery of that oil is very slow and it takes long time. But it kills animals, larvae, and every type of life which is present in ocean in very short time. Oil slicks ruin beaches. It also damages the beach, which if it is going towards the beach. Our coastal region, it also destroys the all coastal regions as well as the plants which are growing near oceans or coastal regions damages due to oils. Limited effectiveness of cleanup methods. The human has discovered and applied many techniques to clean up such environment in case of any accident, but there are much limitations of such activities and processes which has been applied for the cleanup of this such spills. So here we are able to see preventing and cleaning up pollution in coastal waters. How we can, if there will be any accident and oil will spill into oceans or into coastal regions, wherever, which type of solutions we have over there. Sorry. So first one, we can prevent. Prevention is better. Reduce input of toxic pollutants in oceans. If you will use uh, uh, suitable chemicals or alternate chemicals instead of toxic pollutants, it will be the best prevention. Reduce input of toxic pollutants into oceans. Suppose we are discharging effluent from industries, from domestic environment, as well as from agriculture sectors. Whenever we are excreting, whenever we are discharging effluents into oceans without treatment, it will cause huge pollution in ocean. So what we can do, we can reduce input of toxic pollutants, separate sewage and storm lines. We can generate this separate sewage and storm lines. For sewage lines, the water can be collected in on surface and can be treated by specified mechanisms before discharging it into the ocean, and it will lead the reduction of toxic metals and elements to the oceans. And normal water, normal streams, if you will keep it separate, which is going into the ocean, it will carry only fresh water from surface, from mountains, from terrestrial regions into the ocean, and we will keep sewage lines separate. And sewage water, we will treat it before discharging it into the oceans. So this is the second strategy to prevent the uh, ocean water contamination. Ban dumping of wastes and sewage by maritime and cruise ships in coastal waters. So this is third strategy, ban. We can implement ban by authorities, regional authorities or state authorities can pass such laws that they will ban dumping of the wastes from cruises as well as sewage from cruises or maritimes into coastal waters. So it will also reduce, it will also prevent the contamination in oceans. Ban ocean dumping of sludge and hazardous degraded materials. So we can stop, we can ban on ocean dumping. The cities which are settled near the oceans, uh, sewage water of such cities and industries from that city is going to into the coastal water, coastal regions and leads to the ocean contamination. So can be banned by implementation state laws hazardous materials into coastal region. Protect sensitive areas from development, oil drilling and shipping. So sensitive areas uh, where there is a more chance of the contamination of the marine water or ocean water, so protect the sensitive areas from development as well as oil drilling and oil shipping. By this, we can prevent the ocean water contamination, regulate coastal development authorities, can regulate the coastal development authorities that they will monitor all these activities which are going to nearby coastal regions which can cause contamination in ocean water. Recycle used oils, whatsoever oil is going to be used on global surface, if it will be treated and recycled, it can reduce the contamination of the ocean water. Because whatsoever oil will be spilled on global surface, gradually it have to lead to the oceans by streams, by surface runoff, by rivers, and by require double hulls for the oil tankers, and most protected measure can be taken for the oil tankers which are responsible to carry oil from one place to another place to reduce the it is leakage chances or it is bursting chances. Uh, so clean up. If there will be any accident, how we can clean such oceans, such region, improve oil spill cleanup capability. If authorities have some system to clean up such oils, they must have to optimize and must it have to keep it is maximum capacity to clean the uh, oil spills on global surface. Sprinkles can be used. Sprinkle nanoparticles or oil or sewage spill to dissolve the oil or sewage without creating harmful byproducts. So this can be one approach. Sprinkle nanoparticles over an oil or sewage spill to dissolve the oil or sewage without creating harmful byproducts. So chelation uh, can be one approach that anywhere where pollution has happened, the pollution occurred, we can spray nanoparticles to convert it into less toxic or less harmful compounds or to chelate it into binary compounds which will be uh, harmless as well as uh, easily transportable from that place. still under development, require at least secondary treatment of coastal sewage which is going to into the coastal regions, either that is produced by industries, by agriculture, or by metropolitan setups. That is, when we are discharging such sewage water into oceans, must we have to treat it before discharging it into oceans up to secondary and tertiary treatment. Use wetlands, solar, aquatic, or other methods to treat sewage, because wetland is a growing and most attractive strategy on the globe to treat the wastewater. So wetland system we must have to monitor, must have to introduce for every type of sewage water which is going to be a part of the oceans through streams or rivers. So preventing non-point source pollution. In some cases, before going to talk on this topic, we must have to clear that uh, preventing non-point source pollution. If point source pollution is clear that this is the point from where pollution is coming and polluting the water, polluting the coastal region, polluting the estuarial region. So to deal and to cope such a point source pollution is easy. Any type of approach can be applied. Problem is non-point source pollution, because uh, non that have no specific reservoir or resource from where pollution is coming. So how we can prevent such type of pollution? And such type of non-point source pollutants are coming mostly from agricultural wastes. When we are irrigating such soils and such lands which are in agricultural practices, those agricultural lands have fertilizers, those agricultural lands have pesticides and other chemicals, phosphates, nitrates. These are leaching from the agricultural soils and going to the nearby water reservoir and gradually going to the oceans. Because agriculture area is too much and therefore it is very difficult to control the non-point source pollution, and uh, that is mostly agricultural waste. Use vegetation to reduce soil erosion. So such type of pollution can be stopped by creating a buffer zone around agricultural soils which will stop the uh, soluble or insoluble organic or inorganic material from that soil, from that agricultural land. It will go this in buffer zone where it will be accumulated. All soluble materials and the soluble elements will be absorbed by the plants, and organic pollutants are there that will be trapped between the vegetation and will decompose and convert into elemental form that will be absorbed in soil and uh, will accumulate all material, all elements will be accumulated in uh, plants which has been grown in buffered region. So we can create a buffer zone, use of vegetation to reduce soil erosion as well as to reduce the uh, toxic and the non-toxic materials that those are going to oceans. Reduce fertilizer use, we can stop uh, non-point source pollution by reducing fertilizer use. Use plant buffer zones around the fields which will stop, which will absorb the nutrients and the pollutants which are coming out from that agriculture field, as well as they will trap the organic material to decompose over there and will be converted gradually into elemental form and will be used by plants. Integrated pest management system should be only used pesticides when necessary, anytime and every time use of pollutants is not suitable. Use plant buffer around animal feedlots or animal barns, wherever we are keeping animals or we are keeping animal feedlots, we have to create a plant buffer zone around that field to stop the organic waste to lead to the rivers and followed by to oceans as well as release or surface runoff of nutrients from such lands. Keep feedlots away from slopy places, surface water and flood zones. We can keep such feedlots or organic material lots which are going to be used for as animal feed or animal waste material have to keep away from the slopy places because from slopy places organic material which is in form of animal waste or which is in form of animal feed will will be a part of surface runoff and will go to the oceans by rivers. So we can stop this thing by keeping it away. If you will keep animal waste or animal feeds at plant sites, if any remainings of this waste material as well as remaining food material will be decomposed over there and will not go uh, into river and oceans. Laws for reducing point source pollution, that Clean Water Act, it has been, and Water Quality Act. These two acts are have responsibility to monitor the water quality and has been suggested various guidelines to manage the waste material as well as organic material on this planet, on this globe. So, sewage water treatment system. So, what we will do if you are living in municipal system, metropolitan cities, or we are living in small villages, or rural areas, or urban areas, so every home, every animal barn uh, have to produce waste material. That is called sewage water. Sewage water treatment in rural and urban areas is very important. So in rural areas where people are making septic tanks to treat the wastewater which is coming out from homes. Because when water is coming in homes from our head tank that is clear and clean, and after usage in home, in kitchens, in bathrooms, in washrooms, it carry various type of pollutants, detergents, chemicals, as well as organic material. So if you will discharge this water directly into rivers or oceans, it is causing contamination. So on globe, it has been established that before discharging such water to the environment, to oceans, to rivers, and to streams, before must it have to be treated. So for rural areas, septic tank concept is working to treat the wastewater which consists on two stages, three stages, basically primary stages, physical sewage treatment, removal of solid and suspended materials from the wastewater, and secondary biology use of microorganisms for the treatment of the wastewater. Urban sewage treatment, it also is covered in Clean Water Act, and sewage treatment facilities in many cities fail to meet the federal standard, especially in developing countries. Wastewater is not treated properly and discharged into environment which is contaminating groundwater, surface water, and gradually it is leading to the ocean pollution, carrying various types of microbes, chemicals, soluble and non-soluble materials to ocean. After treatment, because in developed cities, in developed countries, wastewater treatment system is working efficiently. Basically, at first stage, they are treating physically to the wastewater. In its second stage, biologically treating the wastewater to decompose all organic material and to reduce the inorganic material by treatment of the microorganisms. A third stage bleaching and disinfection process is done to reduce the microbial load in water, in wastewater before disposing, before discharging it into the environment. And for disinfection purpose, we are using chlorine, ozone, and ultraviolet radiations. So up to this we are keeping here, and in next class we will discuss the septic tank system, uh, how we can build a septic tank in rural areas to treat the waste water. So So you have to go through any book which has been written in Prescott microbiology and industrial microbiology or environmental microbiology, which has been prescribed for you, which has been suggested and referred to you to study. You can uh, issue such a book from a library and you can read. Either you can take such material from internet, that how we can treat the wastewater before discharging it into the environment, because wastewater is the major source of the water reservoir contamination on this globe, that is released from animal keeping areas as well as municipal cities. So I hope you have to try understand, and if you have any question you can ask uh, in online system. Thank you. Have a nice day and enjoy.